The second mission is going to be in the Scorched Enclave, and it's called Support the SCAVS. Now, I've completed this one, but it is basically welcome to the innards. Look, we need more water, plain and simple. Tell you what, if you can recon the Scorched Enclave for us and report back, maybe that will help us find some water. I'll also dip into my personal stash of water if you do this. So, the objective is to explore and extract. That's it from the Scorched Enclave. That's all you have to do. You will get 20,000 credits and 1 day of water, 2,000 of experience, and then the Scavefaction rating. So that's what we're looking for, the 1 day of water, plus if we find water in the Enclave to bring back, that will give us 2 days of water for doing this one mission. Okay, let's start the mission. First thing we need to do, we need to run over here to combat loadout. We will tap E, and this will be what you will see. Right here, this is our rig inventory. It's called rig inventory. We have a standard rig at the moment. Check out rigs. This is what we have equipped right here. Now this is another rig that I have earned, and we could equip that by clicking on it, popping down here and going to equip, and then you see how that changed. So this is what your next rig will look like, but at the moment you only have the standard rig, and we will go back and equip that. If we want to pop down to customize, let's see what we have for customizing. Customizing, click on this, the top large low quality bin. This is what we have equipped. If there were any other options to choose from, they would be right beside it here. When we go to the bottom one, same thing. This is what's equipped, and if there were any other options, they would be listed right here, but we have no options yet. So now going back to the preset list, then back to combat loadout, that is the rig. We have the surplus rifle equipped, and we have the surplus shotgun equipped. I would highly recommend in the first few missions, until you get a feel for the game, that you just leave these the same and leave this the same. But we do not have any ammo for them. So now we need to go to weapons and ammo. In your weapons and ammo options, there is some 5.45mm ammo surplus. Basically, if you read it, it's low quality ammo for the AK and surplus rifle, but it's free. Meaning when you go to purchase it, it's not going to cost you anything at the vendors. It's a freebie that the game gives you. So I am going to click on this twice, and I'm going to put it into my rig. I'm also going to take some 12 gauge ammo, take a box of that, which has 10 shells in it. These other 2 boxes have 30 each. Now, as you notice, this here is the capacity. Right now, our rig, our standard rig, is kind of small, and this little bit of ammo has taken up a little more than 1/4 of our space. Another option you might want to take under the consumables is coming over here and taking the small first aid kit. So I'm going to take one of those, and I'm going to take this with me just as an example for when we get into the ready room. All right, well, there we go. We have our surplus rifle, surplus shotgun, we have our standard rig, we have some ammo, a small first aid kit, and an experimental whiskey. Next thing we're going to do is go to the ready room, come down here to where it says begin countdown. Okay, here we are in the Scorched Enclave. One thing I want to draw your attention to is at the very top, there is the compass. You see, as you move, the compass also moves with you. And on that compass, if we look, we will see 2 icons here. The one under 3, 4, 5, that is a headstone, a tombstone. I did this mission previously and died so that that headstone would be there, so I could show you. Now, when you run to that position, if you have any items that are able to be collected, you would be able to find them easily by following the tombstone. The first icon up top is the extraction marker. That shows you in the direction and the location of the extraction for when you need to leave. Now remember, in this mission, all we need to do is run basically to the extraction point and leave. Looking at the bottom of the screen, you can see our small first aid kit with the number 1 next to it. That means we have one of those small first aid kits on us. Above it, it says consumable with the number 3 above it. If you tap the number 3, it will rotate through different items that you have in your rig that are consumable. The small first aid kit and the bottle of whiskey or alcohol that I put in there as an example to show you. If we had other first aid kits, we could continually cycle through to choose the one we wanted to consume. For this mission, I would also like to show you an easy way to get water. Many times in this one location, there is water that you can pick up. It's over here beyond this bunker. Let's scope out the area. Don't see much. Let's run down here. Sometimes there is loot up in this bunker. Some fighting going on at a turret. Yeah, now over there where that light is, that is the bunker we want to go to. Inside and beneath that light, sometimes there is water. Let's run in here to check to see if there's any items that we can use. Alright, we run in this bunker. We want to check the battlefield, because right over there is where we want to go. I don't see nothing down there right now, so I'm going to jump up here. Jump up here, drop down, and I'm going to sprint across. Run up these steps, run into here to see what we have. What's this? Loot, medical supplies. We can always use medical supplies. So now I'm going to loot all these. We got a small first aid kit and a couple standard first aid kits and some E-nuggets. So loot them all. Let's look around on the ground for some water. Sometimes it's up here in the bunker. Looks like it's not. This time it's down there below that light. Okay, there's some activity in the courtyard. We want to not aggravate them at the moment, because if we jump down there, we will aggravate them.
Don't get boxed in. Spread out.
We're going to duck back in here and we're going to hide. Almost all the time there's water in this area. If there's none up here in this bunker, there's one right down there. Are distracted. I'm going to make my move now. Jump down. There it is. E. Tap E and you can loot the water. Once you have the water, it's time to run. You're going to run up here. We're going to run up these steps. Going to keep running this way. We're going to run towards that extraction point. If we run up against any combatants, we need to try to avoid them the best we can. See the extraction window there? Now we always need to make sure we're looking for combatants. It's in this tube. Look at that. There it is. So how do we get there? Well, we got to go to the front of the tube. Oh, hello. Don't mind me, just running through. Run back here to the extraction point and then hit E. That's it. That's the second mission. And we got a bonus water. We will return to the innards. Okay, that's it. Back to the innards we are. As we can see, we brought out our ammo that we took in and our med kit. We picked up some more med kits and we picked up a water. And now we will move all this to the stash. Now let's go over and check our quest terminal. You can tap E. That will give us 2 days of water for doing this one mission. Now the next thing to do is to walk over here. We will go to our combat loadout. And in the large items category, we had this when we started, but we have a water. Now, the water is in our large item storage. What we want to do from here is take it over to the water supply. Now, the way we take it over to the water supply, we don't have to carry it. We just have to walk over here, tap the E-Manager, and at the very bottom, it shows how many waters we have, and all we have to do is click Transfer the Water, and it will increase our reserve by 1. That's it. That's the second mission. Okay, thank you all for watching, and y'all take care.